There's something like 1,600.
That I have it. Because I just want to make the point, because I think the issues are the phone, and we've been working diligently to try to remedy that. But if we had manpower in order to cover all of the work and the volume, then we would not have an issue with the phone. And when you look at our volume in the county, we are 4th in the county. We're behind Walk Hill and Newburgh. Each judge in those towns have 5 clerks per judge. This is a problem for us not to have enough staff. And I cannot leave my people at the brunt of the overload of work. And that's why we're here. We're not asking for anything that hasn't been budgeted already. My clerk has talked in the last 6 weeks or entered data with respect to, this is a person. Every single piece of paper represents a person, and a screen and a telephone call. I have been having them make a log. It's a difficulty with not enough staff. And, you know, I'm sorry to have to be here and pursue this so heartily for my staff, but they're overworked based on the comparison of what's going out throughout the county. So, you know, I have no choice but to come and say it's in the budget. We're asking you again to please give us staff. I've spoken to you, Doug, about asking other people in the town hall. Right. I would take anybody that's available. Come and help them answer the phone. I do not want to break the budget of the town. I live in the town and I live in the village. I'm concerned about what we have to spend. But I cannot overburden these people anymore, and they come to me many times a week. And I get complaints from other people. So whatever solutions the board has to help us out, we're here to listen to.
2 full-time, 2 part-time.
Well, you basically, the one you've got up there now, you're working full-time, just about. Carmen?
Cash?
She was on for training. She was
well,
on.
Well, I know, I'm saying, but she's there.
Part-time.
Carmen was in for immediate training full-time, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But
so
she can no longer do that, though.
Well, what I'm just,
right.
That's what I'm saying, in terms though of these problems were existing when you had someone there. I mean, it was equivalent of a third full-timer.
Yeah,
she was there every day.
She was so green that she was practically
okay, I'm just asking. You know.
Below part-time.
Okay.
It creates more of a burden when you're training somebody.
Yeah,
you don't get productivity, you get less productivity. But
the ticket numbers have gone up approximately 200 per month in January, February, and March. We're seeing an increase. In October, November, December, we were running around 261. I'm running about 455 to close to 500 in this time period.
When you look at the year last year, because I remember you had a lot of them, and then it came way back down. Do you know why that is?
We don't govern the administrations that write for us.
I'm just wondering if there's
I think it has to do with weather. It has to do with the staffing of the state police when they make their stops. Sometimes they have specialty projects that have to do with the airport, anti-terrorism.
Sure.
There's no state police on the highway for a week or 2 week time. That has an effect. So. And then it has to do with sometimes backlog committees. But you know, the more work we can get out, the more monies come in. I mean, there's no question about it.
No question about it.
And it looks like the fact that we have additional cases piling up for January, February is actually a good thing because it translated to additional revenue.
Well, ticket numbers mean more than dollar numbers, because ticket numbers mean there's more work, because you still have to process. And there's all the work.
That's my
processing of downloading a ticket and entering it in the system is laborious. And anytime someone calls, we have to make a history. There's a notation field, so it's laborious. And then we have people that don't pay timely. So yes, and we are regulated by the state. There are certain things we have to do that's not within our control. So it's become very laborious for them to enter the information and deal with when they get a fine. It's not as easy as just taking a deposit and putting it into the bank anymore. You have to go in, you have to enter many fields of data. So this, again, takes staff and time.
Do you know how long it'll take you to fix the telephone system?
She's working on it already.
Okay.
After I spoke to the woman with the state, I told her, call and do that. It'll be answered in the order that we received your call.
Okay.
You and I, we've been over many times.
You're getting them on the phone, right?
I'm working on that. I just don't, yeah. I need somebody to answer.
Well, what's the request? On my note, it says staffing, so what specifically is your request?
Another part-time.
Another part-timer.
Another person, 20 hours.
Right.
That'll resolve your problem.
No. It'll make it better. We're still number 4 in the county. We're overburdened with the work. We're a very busy court.
So then you would have
Thankfully.
two full-timers and 3 part.
Two full-timers, 2
I
part-timers.
know,
I'm
we're not
trying-
saying you had 2 now, no.
We only have one.
We
One
only have
part-time.
one, it's just not, it's not working. We need 2. And it's already been, realistically,
I mean, we should have 3 full-time. We're not going to do that.
realistically,
Judge Seola and
that's
I
what
are
we
not.
really need, is 3 full-timers
we're not
and 2
here to do
part-timers.
that.
But we're not asking for that.
We're
We're
trying
just
to.
asking for you to give us what we agreed to in the previous year. We lost the second part-timer in December, and when we tried to fill that spot, we were told there's a hiring freeze. So we got stuck by losing that part-timer. But it's something that has gotten to be
It's
untenable at this point.
Yes. It's an issue where we wouldn't be here.
All right. Ward? Question?
I don't have a question on staffing, but I have another question.
Sure.
Do you want to resolve the staffing first?
No, that's fine.
No, the continuing saga of writing tickets as far as the state is concerned versus the local. And of course, the more that you write against the local ordinances, the more the money stays at home. Which is certainly interesting. However, it seems now like the state is kind of getting onto that, and at least this was in the paper, I think I read it, was that they were audited to see how much this was actually happening, and, they want their cut, as big a cut as they possibly can, because they're in dire straits too. And then finally, I heard something about some municipalities changing the ordinances, to, I guess, write more of the local ordinances, and that would be something we would have to do, I would imagine. And am I on the right track here, or is it?
I assume they brought that up.
Yeah, I mean,
Dennis about that.
you'd have to
About
really,
Writing a law on a
Yeah.
local basis, and rather than writing on the state law.
I forgot it was you, but.
Yeah,
Right.
they would write on
Right.
the local law. One of our police officers said that. I don't know if it's true or not. Dennis was going
Yeah,
to. Dennis was going to research it, but I don't know if he.
yeah, that's a legal question.
All right, let me do this then. I'd like to make a motion that we authorize the justices to hire one more part-timer in concert with getting to the bottom of this phone system, because I think that is much more serious than we thought, based on our testing of it not being, the phone's not, I mean, when I went up there were no customers, 3 people not on the phone, and the phone was busy, so I don't know how that works, but
I don't either.
but that's the kind of problem.
Calling in at the same time, that's not
Sure.
working.
Anyway, so I'd like to make that motion, that we work on the phone system in concert with that. Is there a second?
A second.
Any discussion?
Salary
Well,
It's
it's the
in the budget.
same.
It's whatever the
Pardon?
budget.
Whatever's in the budget.
No, I think we ought to do it at the same rate of pay, same rate of pay that we just hired the last
Well,
part-timer.
that's what's in the budget.
This time they came with 2 different salaries. Somebody nominated the higher salary.
Well, basically what we're saying is to do that, through this motion, but then we're going to have to accept that person at a rate of pay when they're presented to us, so we'll cover that base then.
That's good.
So we get a second,
So all
okay?
we're doing is authorizing, in fact, the slot for the second part-time now. And then the actual person, there'll be another resolution saying X amount of dollars per hour and with no benefits.
Can you will you tell us so we can tell them? 'Cause
What's that?
when Yeah,
That's
but
what I
let
mean,
us
if you
know.
set a salary, taking off the pay.
Right.
Okay,
They want
well,
15, they want 12. or
okay, no, it'd be the salary that,
Whatever
you,
it is,
that
we
that you
just wanna
hired this
know.
last one at, whatever that is.
Oh,
They
okay.
won't give you that part-time salary. Okay.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
I also have one other question.
Please.
We're gonna